Now, how do you control inflation? These are the causes that were led to it. Now, how do you check inflation? There are two ways that inflation can be checked. One is the monetary measures. That monetary, what does the term monetary means? Monetary means money. One way that you can check inflation is when you control the money supply. And the second way that you can check inflation is by when the government tries to control it through its policies, taxation policies, revenue policies and all. So we'll first talk about the monetary measures. Now who controls the money supply in our country? The central bank or the RBI. So the monetary measures are the measures that are taken by the central bank of a country to control the money supply, to control inflation. There are two types of measures that are taken. First is the quantitative control. Quantitative, as the word suggests, is controlling through quantity. Control the quantity of money supply. And the second is qualitative control. Control the quality of money supply. Quantitative measures, quantitative controls are three. There are three. Open market operations, statutory reserve requirement, and bank rates. First, what are open market operations? Open market operations are when the central bank sells and purchases government securities, government bonds, and all these things. When the central bank of the country sells and purchases government security. In case of inflation, it sells. Now, what is the situation in inflation? People have lots and lots of money with them. So the central bank says, do not keep your money with yourself and do not use it for spending on consumer goods. Please invest. Please take these government bonds from us and we'll give you you keep the money, you take the bond, and after 5 years, we'll give you a good rate of interest and you will get your money back. This is how you can control the money supply. So more and more people will be interested in buying those bonds. They will invest their money. They'll have less money in their hands to spend. These are open market operations. In case of inflation, they sell the government securities, and during the state of deflation, they purchase government securities. So, open market operations are sale and purchase of government securities and government bonds to curtail the money supply in the hands of people. Second is statutory reserve requirement. Statutory means compulsory. Reserve requirement. Now, central bank of the country, all the commercial banks have to keep some reserve with the central bank, with RBI in our case. All the commercial banks, it is compulsory for them to keep some reserve with the RBI. Now, when the RBI increases the rate of these reserves, now suppose you're supposed to whatever the commercial banks, whatever their net time and liabilities and deposits they have, 10% of that or say 20% of that they have to keep as reserve with the central bank. If that margin is increased by the central bank, what will happen? Commercial banks will have lesser money with themselves to give to the public as loans. This is a way of controlling money supply. These reserve requirements are increased so that the commercial banks have lesser money with themselves to give to the people. This is another way of controlling money supply. Bank rate. Bank rate is the rate at which RBI gives loan to commercial banks. When RBI increases this bank rate, the loans to the commercial banks become expensive. They in turn will give dearer loans to public. So the loans will become expensive. So this is one way of controlling money supply. The loans, because nowadays the most easier way of spending money is through loans. Credit measures and all, they have facilitated people in buying and indulging and buying so many things. So this is one way of controlling the money supply. When the bank rate, the RBI increases its bank rate, the loan becomes costlier for commercial banks and similarly it becomes costlier for people. So the quantitative measures that are taken are open market operation, statutory reserve requirement, and bank rate. Open market operations are sale and purchase of government securities and bank bonds. Statutory reserve requirements are the compulsory reserves that commercial banks have to keep with the Reserve Bank, which when increased, those reserves are increased, they have lesser money to give loans, and bank rate is the rate at which RBI gives loan to the commercial banks. This is how you control the quantity. Now, how do you control the quality? The next are the qualitative control. Qualitative control is trying to control the quality of the money supply. Now, if suppose you want to take a loan of 1 lakh rupees from a bank, they ask you to deposit a guarantee. If you want a loan of 1 lakh, you will have to deposit a guarantee of 1,25,000. Now, what does the government do? The bank does. The bank increases that margin. Now, he says, if you want a loan of 1 lakh, you will have to deposit a guarantee of 1,50,000. Or, if you deposit a guarantee of 1,25,000, we will give you just 80,000 loan rupees. So, people get dissuaded from borrowing. Next is moral suasion. Moral is lecturing people and asking them morally not to take loans, to give up loans, to spend less, to invest more, and all these things, which really does not work, but it is one of the measures of controlling money supply. Qualitative control. Now, other than this, there are selective credit controls also. Which are applied to a selective sector, like generally of necessity goods. When their prices start rising very high, then the government or the bank exercises control on that selective sectors. It does not apply to all the sectors, increasing their ceiling margin, like the loans are not available, controlling that particular sector. Then it is called as a selective credit control measure. So we have studied about monetary measures, which means controlling the money supply, which are taken by the central bank, which is taken by the central bank of the country. There are two types of measures, quantitative measures and qualitative measures. Quantitative measures control the quantity of money supply. The quantity is controlled by 3 ways: by indulging in open market operations, by increasing the statutory reserve requirement, and increasing the bank rate. Then there are qualitative controls like increasing the margin requirement, the gap between the amount of loan and the guarantee that is required, that is the margin, increasing that margin, and morally persuading people not to indulge in spending. The next measure that is there is physical measures. Physical measures are the measures that are taken by the government. Now, what does the government do? The government, what is the aim of the government is to earn revenue, and with this revenue it carries on its expenditures. But what generally happens is that their revenue is less and their expenditure is more. Now, what should they do? How can they check this? They can check this by increasing their sources of revenue, by increasing their taxation policies, by increasing the direct tax. When you will increase the direct tax, the income in the hands of the people will be less. They'll be spending less when they have lesser incomes in their hand, and the revenue would also increase, which can be used for increasing production. And they can also, what can government also do is that they should curtail their expenditure. They should not do much expenditure on non-productive activities, and they should concentrate more on increasing the supply of goods and indulging in productive activities. And public borrowing should also be dissuaded, because when you try to bridge the gap between revenue and expenditure by borrowing, you in turn lead to creating more and more pressure on the economy by increasing the prices. The next is investment should also be controlled, because when an investment is done in an economy, it leads to the first round of investment that is done leads to increase in income, increase in demand, an increase in expenditure. And then a multiplying effect is applied and everything goes on multiplying. So when there are already inflationary conditions in a country, this should be avoided. And the other measures that can be taken are short-term measures and long-term measures. Short-term measures are when there is a mismatch between demand and supply, government can take measures to increase that supply by importing goods or by transporting goods wherever the demand is more, by transporting goods from one place to another, so that the difference between the demand and supply is matched. For short term, they can do so. And second is, whatever the necessity goods are, they can be distributed through fair price shops at a reasonable price to the people. Then the long-term method is obviously the economy needs to grow. When the economic growth will take place, proper production will be taking place, people will have the supply will be in place, and when there will not be a mismatch between aggregate demand and aggregate supply, things will get better. Things will get better. So economic growth is the only key. Long-term objective is that the government should aim at increasing production and aim at adopting policies that lead to economic growth of the country. So there were two types of measures, monetary and physical. Other than that, we can also control inflation or check inflation by controlling investment. When there are investment is good for the economy, but when there is already an inflationary condition in the country, then it should be avoided. And other measures such as distribution of necessity goods on fair price shops, trying to make up the deficiency in demand through imports, and long-term projects are the economic growth of the country. With this, we come to the end of the chapter and let us take up a quiz.